Alright, another Tuesday stream, and this time the start of set 10 stuff, so let's begin. But first, cards for the last few days, which is the Dokuvan stuff, for Greedon support. We start off with Desired Devil Gertorin, grade 1 AK Power and Skills. Auto, when placed to soul from rearguard from the ability of your Greedon Vanguard, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 15k power until the end of turn. But if you do that, the unit loses Drive -1. Sacrificing Drive check for power, not really worth it unless if you're near deck out. Don't actually bother with this one, as Greedon already gets a lot of power on its own, especially with the extra support. Next, Desired Devil Fujo, grade 2 10k Power and Skills. Auto, when placed to soul from rearguard by your Greedon Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. Oh, finally, some removal for Greedon. Pretty nice. But anyway, second skill, Auto Soul. When your Vanguard Greedon attacks, cost bind this card, and during that battle, when your opponent would call cards to the Guardian Circle, they must use at least 2 cards at the same time. In a way, similar to that one grade 1 that does the same thing, except that this one binds itself from soul for that, but it does have that ability where if you do suck this card to soul, you do get to kill one of your opponent's rearguards, which can be helpful. It is personal preference if you really want to run this, but if anything, I would tech this in at probably a 2-of. And now to the Tuesday stream, we got a new Keter Sanctuary Ride Line finally. Here's the starter, Sage of Hero Scopy Scron. Moving on to the grade 1 with AK Power, Sage of Elixir Eliron. The skill is auto when rolled upon by Sage of Robust Solrairon, which is the grade 2, you can declare one normal unit or one trigger unit. Reveal the top card of your deck, and if the revealed card type is the same one as you declared, you may put that card to your hand. If not, you put it to soul. The problem is you won't be able to know unless you have beginning of turn stuff to look at the card. So most of the time I would say pick normal unit. Why? Because you have more normal units than trigger units. And if it's a trigger unit, it's better to just leave that at the top anyway, so you could just trigger it even if your opponent knows it. While if it's the normal unit, well, you put it to your hand and you could probably just use it. But anyway, it has a unique second skill where auto, when placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is Solrairon, choose one normal unit from your hand, reveal it, and if you revealed a card, you draw a card, and then you put the revealed card to the top card of your deck. This may sound a little weird, but you might actually be wanting to do this a few times because there is a little bit of a multi-attack combo where you're going to be using that normal unit that's on the top, so this will make sense. And now to the grade 2 with 10k power, Sage of Robust Strongron. The skill is auto, when rolled upon by a Solrairon, choose a Sage of Elixir Eliron from your soul and call that to rearguard, and this card to rearguard. Wow, a +2 on the ride line. Similar to Unica, I see. But anyway, second skill, auto rearguard. When your normal unit is revealed by a card ability from Solrairon, this unit gets this skill. Auto rearguard. At the end of battle, this unit attack, cost retire this unit, and countercharge 1. Spoil alert, Solrairon is going to do some multi-attack doing that. And it's nice that this is a countercharger because resources will be very helpful. And now to the grade 3 with 13k power, Great Sage of Heavenly Law Solrairon. The skill is auto Vanguard. At the beginning of your battle phase, cost Soul Blast 1. Declare one card type that is normal unit or trigger unit. Reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card is the card type you declared, this unit gets this skill. Count Vanguard. All your units get plus 5k power until the end of turn. This will matter for the second skill, but if you guess right, basically you get extra power. And now to the second skill where auto Vanguard. When this card attacks a Vanguard, cost count blast 1. Look at top 2 cards of your deck. Choose a card from among them, call it to rearguard, or discard it. Put the rest at the top or bottom of the deck. Key factor is that it says top 2. Remember, the first skill lets you look at the top card of your deck. And the fact that you could actually just call that card for multi-attack is very nice, and you do have some card skills, as you can see from earlier and later one support card, to stack the top card of your deck, giving you another attack, and it's a good attack too. And of course the first skill can be supported with through other cards as well. But the big one is that it's top 2, so meaning you can potentially stack cards that you want on the top cards of your deck and get triggers out of this. Not saying it's perfect or anything, but it is quite interesting, and it does remind me of Magus. And there are some good support cards that could go along with this from older sets for Overdress. Not really my favorite design of an archetype, but I still find it a little interesting in a way. Finally, to one support card, Dependable Pierce Dragon, which is grade 3 with 10k power, and the skill is auto. When placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is Solrairon, choose up to one normal unit from your hand, reveal it. If you reveal a card, draw a card, and then put that revealed card to the top card of your deck, which will of course be revealed as normal unit through Solrairon's skill. And then after that, you can use Solrairon's skill to just call that card for more attacks. attacks, which can be calling on top of rearguard, but this card kind of fixes that too with second skill where auto rearguard once per turn. When your normal unit is revealed by ability of your Vanguard Solrairon, this unit gets this skill. Auto rearguard. When this card attacks, you may have this unit get plus 5 key power to the end of that battle, and if you do, put this to soul at the end of that battle, which of course clears up your field while giving you a soul, and then it could actually give you that extra multi-attack without actually losing anything. It is obvious support card for Solrairon, so you must run it with the deck. And now finally, before we go, we got a new reveal of a new type of product which supports both V and Premium. That being the History Collection, which actually contains reprints as well. And yes, you see a VR reprint, that being Dragonic Overlord Cross, meaning VR reprints, even though it might be too late. We also get new versions of OG units with updated skills, very nice. And the old triggers are getting errata, the one where you put to soul to draw a card for specific archetype ones. They're now going to be updated to 10k triggers instead. And yes, you can use your old ones and they will still be errata as 10k, so it rewards the old players for still having them. Thank you for this update. So that's it for this new Solrairon Ride Line. What do you guys think of it? Reminds me of Magus. It is kind of interesting. It does have some consistency where you could just put stuff to the top card of your deck so you know your knowledge already. But at the same time, the design wise of the archetype is not really my favorite. In fact, I was expecting more dragons. I want a dragon based Keter Sanctuary for some reason. But anyway, other than that, that's it for this and see you all next time.